Today we're going to try some new junk food. We have the Frollies Fruity Ice Pops, which I'm super excited about. The Pepsi new flavor Wild Cherry and Cream. I don't know if these are super new or not, but I had to try them. The Haribo Smurfs sour flavor. Anything that is Haribo that is sour is pretty typically like super sour, so I had to try it. I'm gonna try these freeze-dried Jolly Ranchers. And then we have these new Golden Sriracha Doritos. I'm gonna start off with the Frollies first so that I can go put them back in my freezer. We'll start off watermelon. I love that they did internal packaging. A lot of the times when you buy ice cream bars, it's just like plain, but I like that they put the graphics on the actual bar itself, which is nice. It really does mostly live up to that picture. Like the little chocolate bits are exactly placed where that is supposed to be. So there's no deception here. I love the texture. It's fruity, but it's not like in your face fake fruity. It's like mild, real fruitiness. Does have real watermelon puree in there. I guess I was expecting it to be more like those ice cream bars that are like the characters. Those things are much more like fruity, artificial. This is more like something you would actually want to give to your kid, but it has that same texture, like which I am obsessed with the texture of those ice cream bars. I wish it didn't have to be chocolate. Let's try the green part, see if it has a different flavor. Yeah, it's like green apple. Very delicious. It's definitely not going to stop me from getting actual ice cream popsicle bars, but it's a great alternative. Much better than the Dole Whips that we got. Like this tastes 10 times better than that. Next up, we'll do the strawberry. Again, love the packaging. Here's our little strawberry, and it matches perfectly. I mean, the coloring is a little off, but it's a little frosty on the backside, but that's okay. That texture is amazing. The flavor on this is even better. Well, I guess strawberry does go a little bit better with chocolate, so that makes sense, but I wish there were like little candy pieces or something. These are so good. Okay, let's try the green part here. I think it's green apple, but I don't know, it could be banana. If you look close enough, you can actually see the little strawberry bits in there. So delicious. Highly recommend. And just for a little background on these are made by Dryer, who makes like those cylinder ice creams. Can't say there's anything that I've really gotten from Dryer that I've been super excited about, but I think these are super exciting, and I think this is a great like path for their career. A great path for their brand. My store only had the strawberry and watermelon. Apparently there is also a pineapple flavor, which I'd be super excited to try. And I also saw like on the shopping listing for Google, there's like also a pop version, like a little push-up pop version, which I think is cool because these are like a kind of like a healthy alternative to those popsicles. So there actually might be a little bit of fruit in that as opposed to like the Flintstones push-up pops. Like you're just, they're pure sugar without the fruit. It's probably all the same in the end. They say these are made with real fruit juices and purees, and it's like a sorbet texture, and that's like spot on. The name is a mashup of frozen fruity lollies, so that makes Frollies. It says they're now available at select locations for $4.89 for a 6-count, expected to be nationwide in April. And I found mine at Kroger, so that's a hot tip. They were on like end capped freezer section, but I think these are super innovative, really a great direction for Dryer to take, because I can't tell you the last time I've ever had a Dryer ice cream, probably sometime in my childhood. So I think this is a great innovative like next step for the brand. I think people will be super excited about these and will buy them just on the looks alone, and they do taste pretty delicious. Not as fruity and punch in your face as like a regular popsicle, but it like in a healthy, wholesome way. People are gonna love these. Next up, we're gonna try the Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. I really want to call this Wild Cherries and Cream. I think that was a missed opportunity for the name because that's like that's what wants to come out of my mouth. But I opted for the full sugar version because I want to give it the best opportunity for me to like it. I do like zero sugar, but it's like hit or miss sometimes. I'm obsessed with zero sugar Dr. Pepper, but I didn't want to like give this a bad opportunity for me to like it. I got mine at Walmart in the refrigerated like snack section at the front of the store. It's supposed to be at a bunch of retailers starting January 20th. So I'd say you probably have a good shot at finding this. It's supposed to be a permanent flavor, which is interesting. The reason for them introducing this is internet searches for the word cherry has gone up like 300%. Like Pinterest had 320% increase in the word cherries on their website. So I guess they think that relates to soda somehow, which like cherries were a popular thing in the early 2000s. Like people wore cherries on their clothing a lot, which I think that's probably what the searches are correlating to. But I think this is an interesting take. I think if they'd done the packaging in a little bit more retro of a vibe, that this would have matched better with the correlation to the cherry searches. Like if this looked like a cherry shirt that we would have worn in the early 2000s, like maybe that would have made more sense. But either way, I hope it's delicious. Okay, that didn't give us a very good pop. Okay, it just smells like a regular Pepsi to me. I'm not like a huge Pepsi or like cola person, so I always have bad luck with these. I tried some kind of like Pepsi or Coke flavor a while ago, and I'm like, this just tastes like regular Pepsi slash Coke to me, so I don't know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's like the aftertaste of a little bit of cherry and vanilla. Definitely, like after the fact. It doesn't hit you at the beginning. It's definitely not going to be my next go-to soda or anything. I would definitely like to try the zero sugar. Should have picked that up. I'm just not a big cola person. That's okay. But if you are like a cola person, I think this would be pretty delicious. The vanilla hits you with that cherry flavor. It's pretty good. We got the two cold things out of the way. Next up, we'll do something a little savory with the Golden Sriracha Doritos. I found my bag at Target. I've also seen it at Walmart and some other places. I don't really know like the date or any other information. There's not a lot online about this. My first question was, what is Golden Sriracha? What's the difference between that and regular Sriracha? I read an article on Bon Appetit and they kind of described it based upon the chilies. So it's the color, the yellow specific chilies that they put in there that make the different colors. Bon Appetit has a great article on them like trying Golden Sriracha for the first time. That's pretty interesting. That kind of explains it. So if you need to know more about that, definitely check that out because I am not that cultured, but I do like spicy stuff. Sriracha is pretty delicious. So. And honestly, this looks pretty unassuming. It looks like it could almost be like a plain chip. And like I smell a little bit of the pepperness in it. Yeah, overall this could just be like a regular potato, like a regular tortilla chip. Yeah, I taste those peppers right away. Super tangy and not spicy like at all. It definitely lives up to the name of tangy and sweet. Like there's hardly any spice in there. Kind of like the spicy sweet chili ones. That one has a little bit more spice. It's a little bit more spicy. The more the coating is on there, the more spicy it's going to be, but that definitely hit me. It's so weird. It tastes like eating a nice delicious Asian dish. One of the better flavors that Doritos has put out lately. I don't know, I remember trying some other ones recently and I'm like, this just doesn't hit the spot, but this is pretty delicious. I don't think like I'll be repurchasing it or anything. I don't eat a lot of Doritos. If I'm gonna eat a Dorito, it's probably gonna be like nacho cheese or ranch. This is definitely worth a try. Next up, we're going to do the Jolly Rancher freeze dried. Trying to find any information on this online is like insane because there's so many people who are competing for this business who make Jolly Ranchers freeze dried on their own. So I couldn't find like a marketing article to kind of talk about this, but I found this at, I think I found this at Target. I'm sure it'll show up everywhere. And I'm sure it was way overpriced. Ooh, they smell so good. Look at them in there. If you think about buying like a bag of Jolly Ranchers and you get like, I don't know, 100, there's probably like, I don't know, 20 of these in here. Let's go for the blue raspberry. Yeah, that's so good. And dry. It's, I don't know, I really, as these are like super expensive, but I do think it's worth getting. It's just like a easier eating experience. It doesn't get stuck to your teeth. It's like light and airy. It's almost like a cotton candy Jolly Rancher. Let's go for the, oh, they gave us watermelon. This needs to be cherry. There's a hole in there. That was definitely a missed opportunity. It should have been cherry in there. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of watermelon Jolly Ranchers. It's okay. The best flavor of all time, green apple. This is the perfect eating experience for candy. It doesn't last as long. I'll give them that. Like, you can eat this in like 5 seconds. A Jolly Rancher is gonna last you a minute or two. So good. 10 out of 10 would recommend, even though I know it's probably overpriced. And the last item is going to be the Haribo Smurfs Sour. I don't know why these aren't all blue, but we'll take it. They are raspberry and strawberry. We found these at Walmart at the checkout. There's really not much online about these. I mean, I don't know much about Smurfs, but that barely looks like a Smurf to me. Can you even tell? I can't really even tell. Oh, these are so hard. Thought I was gonna like these so much that I bought multiple bags. I usually like Haribo gummies. Like, I like the texture. It's like those sour bats were delicious. These are hard, not as chewy, and they're definitely like not as sour as the bats. They don't even really pack the punch as far as sour goes. Like, I wouldn't even consider this like a sour candy. I would say it's more like tangy. Try this little guy. Does that even look like a Smurf to you? Okay, I'm gonna bite it in half this time instead of sticking the whole thing in my mouth. When you say sour on the bag, I'm expecting at least Sour Punch Kids level of sour. This is not that. And yeah, Sour Punch Kids, Sour Patch Kids, they have that like softer texture, which these could definitely use. I don't know. 5 out of 10. So what is your favorite item out of everything that we tried today? If you've tried one of these items, tell me what you thought of them in the comments down below. My favorite item has to be the Frollies. I think those are the most unique, interesting item that we tried today that are absolutely delicious. I think a close second is the Golden Sriracha Doritos. Those are pretty good. Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. If you are interested in handmade wax melts, check out howsowaxmelts.com or howsowaxmelts.etsy.com. Thanks. Bye.